Visit us at podlanderpresents.com to find information on all of our shows.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Julie, I should have asked this before we started recording, but do you have a chamber pot I could use? Because I'm full of hot PESS after this episode. Whoa, welcome to Podlander, Drunkcast, and Outlander podcast. I'm Amelia.
I'm Julie, and we're here discussing Blood of My Blood, Episode 5, Needfire. But first, before we get into episode breakdown, we have a couple of housekeeping notions, items, if you will. Number 1, last week's episode, The Heart of a Soldier. I did not know this, but thankfully our listeners rule. And Veronica Defoe, longtime supporter, thank you, Veronica.
Thank you, Veronica.
Left us a post on Patreon to say, fun fact, a soldier's heart, as well as the more widely known shell shock, are old terms for PTSD. So a soldier's heart means PTSD. We did not know that.
We did not know that.
And we're sorry. Thank you, Veronica.
Yes.
Another supporter, listener, member of the Slack has very helpfully, once again, laid out a timeline for us because Amelia and I refuse to learn this.
No.
We just will never.
Willful ignorance is our brand.
Yeah, it's kind of what's gotten us here today. So, Andrea, thank you very much. Here's what she says. Back to the timeline. Claire is born on October 20th, 1918. Her parents die when she's 5 between October 20th or October 29th, 1924. So right now, in their time, it's 1924. And that's always been confusing to me because I've always been thinking it's like right after war. But at this point, Claire's already 5, right? Because she's with Uncle Lamb. Thank you. Back to Andrea's list. Julia is at least 1 month pregnant on the baby moon since she knows but expects not to show for a while.
Yeah.
So that means right before she got sucked up by the dick rocks and sent to this hell on Earth, she was about a month pregnant. The foliage when we see Julia is fall-winter with snow caps. It's 1714, a fortnight since the Connors grabbed her. So it's 2 weeks, right? Fortnight?
It's been
2 weeks since
Connors grabbed me.
2 weeks since I saw a fairy. So Julia got pregnant in October of 1714 at the latest. So she's 7 months in for Beltane. So the episode that we saw today, episode 5, is about the Beltane Festival. And at this point, Julia is about 7 months pregnant. Okay. So thank you very much for the timeline. The thing that I always get tripped up on and always forget about is that in the future timeline, Claire is already 5 years old. Like, for some reason, I keep in my mind thinking that this baby is going to be Claire, but obviously it's not.
Yeah. I'm still stuck on Claire's birthday. Claire's a Libra?
So is Neil.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know any other Libras? I know like 60 million.
Oh, I married a Libra, baby.
Can't make a decision?
No comment.
That's how I feel. All right, here we go. Let's get into it.
Okay.
So episode 5, Blood of My Blood. Episode 5, Needfire. This was written by Diana Gabaldon.
Yeah, herself. What's up, herself?
Matthew B. Roberts and Taylor Mallory. It was directed by Emmer Conroy. And before we get going with anything else, this episode had what Amelia and I love in spades, what we call hot PESS. Think about all the incredible work that went into all the costuming in this episode, the set design in this episode. There were so many things to look at and to think about. Amelia has a list of some people we should really call out here. The art department just knocked it out of the park. The design, everything.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know, no one here is necessarily marked maker of the snow owl mask that's actually scared me. But I mean, yeah, props are due. Well, we'll get to the props department in a second, am I right? But yeah, crowd hair and makeup artist Helen McEwen, I'm sure had something to do with all of the atmospheric hot PESS. Also, as you can imagine, the makeup department is stacked. Okay, head of the art department, Amy Brocklehurst. Amy Brocklehurst is leading an army of set decorators and people in charge of greens and plastering, which totally makes sense when you think about it's world building here, baby. There's scaffolding.
Celebrate it.
So many people are trotting across the scaffolding. So on one hand, I get it, and on the other hand, oh my god! But
so many.
This crew is huge, and sometimes we get mad at people involved in this production, but today you're all my
besties.
You're my besties. I choose each of you as my May King. Ooh.
So I didn't have a really easy time on IMDb finding the costume designer. And that's weird because we know back in the day, we used to talk about costumes all the time.
Oh, found her. Trisha Bigger.
Trisha Bigger, thank you, because some of the things that you've done, just generally speaking in this entire series so far, 5 episodes, have been incredible and amazing. Thank you for your work, your craft. Specifically in this episode, I want to call out Ellen McKenzie's May Queen dress.
Oh my God.
It was
the lace. The way we both just went, that lace.
Oh my God. It was so beautiful and so well done. And whenever I see costumes like that in these kind of period pieces, I always immediately think of how long it took to make that thing in that time period. Mm-hmm. Like, as Amelia said, that lace on the arms alone. God, how long? And getting all of those materials together in Scotland at that time, and it's mind-boggling a little bit, but it was so beautiful. Thank you so much for your work. Once again, what's her name?
Trisha Bigger.
Thank you, Trisha Bigger. You're the best. All right, so let's get into the episode. What do you got for us, Amelia?
Our cold open is indeed the wedding dress. Just so much hot pass. Mm-hmm. Ladies attending Ellen. What could it be for?
Is it her wedding yet? No.
Mm-hmm. But then we see a fox. We
did.
Yeah, we hear, the thank you, Bear McCreary, and then immediately it's a fox.
So that makes us think of Lord Lovett, obviously, right? Because he's the sly old fox. Mm-hmm. Am I correct in that, or is it somebody? Is like his? It is him, right?
He's the old fox.
Yeah.
And we don't mean the old fox, parentheses, positive. So Julia's getting ready to escape. Brian comes to collect her. But then they get caught by Mistress Porter.
Okay, so Mistress Porter. I do have a pin in this in my mind to discuss this week. I want to offer a theory. Amelia,
please.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so Mistress Porter has basically been the woman of leathers, the woman of the house, in all but name only. Ever since she's been there, it kind of feels like. She's Brian's mother, which means that at one point, Lord Lovett was raping her or whatever. And she has a certain position of power in this house. Mm-hmm. Another thing we learned about her is that she believes in fairies. Mm-hmm. And that she keeps a real, loaded shelf full of medicinal plants. Mm-hmm. So this led me to think about how every time we see Lord Lovett, he's on the toilet. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, is Mistress Porter putting something in his food? Is she slowly poisoning him? Is she just making him uncomfortable all the time? What's happening there? It was just an idea that came to me out of nowhere. I think I was doing the dishes the other day and I was like, oh my God, what if she's poisoning him? Anyway, I'm just dropping that out here. It's just a theory. She's fucking with him somehow.
She could be using those herbs to make Underberg, but instead she's using them as poison.
Yeah. So just put that in your pipe and smoke it, if you will. Think about it a little bit more, because there's a scene in this episode that we'll get to when we talk about the Lord Lovett plot, where I feel like there's something going on with Mistress Porter, and I cannot put my finger on it. I do not know what the deal is. Why does she? So here she busts Julia and Brian from leaving the house. Why does she care?
Well, Maisry, the seer, is coming. You can't be gone now. The seer is coming. This is what Lord Lovett does before births of his children. That's what we did for you, Brian. He's like, kind of gives her a look like, what the fuck?
Whatever.
So
Psychic Friends Network is on the way. You have to be here when they arrive.
You have to be here. But then also, this puts Brian in a weird spot because this is how he learns that this is wink, 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 wink.
Wink, wink, Lord Lovett's baby.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
So he feels actively betrayed.
Which is rich.
Withholding important information.
I'm so mad at Brian.
Mad at Brian. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's that.
And Brian's like, sorry, pregnant lady, gotta go.
Yeah.
And then just leaves her there.
Yeah.
And Julia's like, you can tell she's very upset, but this actress, Hermione, oh my God, I lost it. Hold on. Boop, boop. She's got Hermione Corfield. That's right. Thank you, Hermione Corfield. You're doing a great job. She's got the best stoic, like she's just kind of resigned to whatever is happening around her, or she knows she's trapped, so she doesn't really give anything away with her face, which I think is very powerful, because if it was me, stank face.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I would not be able to hide my displeasure.
Like, if you think that we are generally unfiltered in an oral medium, you should see us in real life.
My face is so loud.
We have no chill.
Yeah, I cannot. I see something I don't like, and immediately it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, sorry. So she's stuck at Leather's waiting for the psychic to show up, which, by the way, when Mistress Porter mentioned that a seer was on the way, I was like, yes, that's the part I always want. I want the one and done. I want the scene where I get to come in and act crazy and then leave.
Yeah.
So seer, good job. And then is it kind of just straight to Beltane after that?
Pretty much. Because the next thing we see, Ellen and Acosta are in the carriage, and Acosta's like, what are you smiling about?
Ellen's not like, never you mind.
And Acosta is all, well, you're probably just feeling really cocky about how rich you're going to be.
And Ellen's like, you're doing okay.
But we get a lot of texture to this sibling relationship.
They're just sniping.
They're just sniping.
Snipe. And it's so funny. They go back and forth so many times. We do learn a little bit. We learn that maybe Jocasta has never been fucked by her husband. Maybe. I don't really think that's true.
Yeah. I mean, they would have had at least consummated.
Yeah. They would have had to do something on the wedding night or whatever. But it's not a sexually happy affair for her. She's not getting boned down on a regular basis, which is sad for Jocasta. And they go back and forth. I just got the blue screen of death on my computer.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry. I don't care. So they go back and forth several times, and then Ned is at the front of the carriage, and he turns around and he goes, "Stop it! You're worse than your brothers."
It's amazing.
I'm like, thank you, Ned.
But yeah, like Jocasta, we got a sample of this earlier, but we really hone in on she feels like Ellen, the favorite. Everybody thinks she's hot, and she was Dad's favorite, and now she gets to marry this very rich and nice-seeming guy, whereas, I had to marry this guy who's a total dud. And I think it's inferred that he's a bit old, on the older side, too. He's a dud. He won't fuck me. Cool. And also, thank you, Ellen, for reminding me that I have not yet born a bairn.
Yeah.
Having my fertility issues. Thank you so much, bitch.
It's not like people aren't asking me about that on the daily. Thanks, bitch.
Yeah.
You're right. So they are sniping at each other on the way into Beltane, but, sister's got to help a sister out when we get to that, because Jocasta does come through for her.
Yeah, because we learned that many maidens lose their virtue at Beltane.
It seems like it's a fuck fest.
It does, yeah, because their sins are then washed away in the Needfire.
So that's the title of the episode, is Needfire. I'm never a huge fan of the title being used as I don't know, it's like the Fiery Cross shit, right? It's the same thing. It's the Fiery Cross. It's the same thing to me. But the Needfire, I guess, is they build these huge twisty arbors out of sticks and stuff and set them all on fire in the big Beltane festival. So I think that's what they're referring to, is when they set those things on fire.
Indeed. I'm fired. Okay, so Brian's still got to get to the festival.
Yeah.
He's going to go by himself, all alone.
All alone. No road trip with Julia this time.
Just a sorrowful man eating one of the apples that they put in the sack.
But not 3 apples, because Mistress Porter would know.
And then he's going to stare longingly at the second apple and be like, too bad my buddy Julia's not here.
And then he stares longingly at the second apple, and he's like, who else do I care about? Murtaugh. Why am I still lying to him? I don't know. So he gets there, and then
Murtaugh shows up.
Oh, that's right.
Murtaugh's
He's like, you're not going without me.
Yeah.
Right. And then Brian quickly shoves that second apple back down in the bag to forget. Yeah. Murtaugh's
like, maybe Brian can help me.
Yeah, maybe you can help me talk to Ellen.
It'll be great.
And Brian's just sitting there like, yeah. And we're all like, Brian, stop it.
This fucking guy.
Why won't he tell him?
Men would rather speak to an apple than go to therapy. Just kidding. I love that I made up that he talked to the apple, but now it's canon. This happened.
Why won't Brian tell Murtaugh? Why will he not tell him? is there anything other than shame stopping him? Like, I'm ashamed that I took my brother's woman from him? Or is it something about being a Fraser? Or is it like him trying to protect Ellen's name, quote unquote? Or like, what is it?
Could be that, like, we know Murtaugh's a hothead, but is he a blabbermouth?
I don't know. I kind of feel like Murtaugh would be 10 toes down.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think maybe Brian is just afraid of an awkward situation.
I think Brian is afraid of pissing Murtaugh off and making him sad.
Yeah.
Guess what? Knock, knock, knock. Here's the future. Too late.
But yeah, so we get to Beltane. Beltane. God, I keep wanting to call it Belton. I'm a monster, and I am not invited to Beltane next year. I'm fully uninvited from Beltane. I'm going to have to come up with a really elaborate mask and then also try to change my gait so I can
so
sneak
you can sneak in?
Yeah.
And nobody knows?
Yeah, so if somebody shows up dressed as an apple, it's me. Okay. Okay, so we're at Beltane. Psst, that's the arch. We first see it through the eyes of the Mackenzie squad, and Ned's like, Ellen, listen. There are going to be a lot of eyes on you today. I know that we're basically here at the Fuck Fest, but you girl.
Keep it real.
Like, the Grants are going to be here. You just need to go.
No drama.
No drama, please. There was a wonderful Ned moment in this sequence where
the guy asked him to help him build it, and he's like, oh, no.
LOL,
No. I don't work with my hands.
I'm an indoor kid.
I work with my mind.
It was so good.
It was very cute. So I guess the guys building the Needfire arbors are running behind.
Yeah.
And that becomes important later. And Ellen has just learned this fact that she stows away in this little file folder brain of hers to pick and choose the things that she uses to get her way.
A canny lass.
Yeah, a very canny lass.
Jocasta is going to go to the fertility blessing.
Oh, yeah. So it's a bag where all the women who want a baby get together in the afternoon before the big festival. That afternoon, they all walk up to the stone circle. This is Craig Nadoon, is where we are. And they, I don't know, stroke the dick rocks. I don't know what they do. We didn't see that part. But they just go up there and they ask the fairies to bless them with fertility. Somebody in our chat during the live watch was like, I want an infertility blessing.
Ayo.
So we find out that Jocasta is going to do that. And Ellen is like, I should go with you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about to be married, right? So I should break away from the big group of people that can watch me. Once again, put it in the little file folder, the little candy last file folder. And then, are we getting into the dancing yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Unfortunately, not yet.
Bummer.
It is not time for the curtain to go up on the follies of 1714. Also, in this sequence, I wrote down in all caps, man in a rooster suit, because this is the first time we start to see people in the background peppered in some of the coolest costuming in the world. Trisha and the art department.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
And it's not like in your face, right? Because that's not the point of this episode. The point of this episode is Ellen getting ruined. But we get to see it really does build to what it feels like to be there. Because there are people who, do you think that there are people who know that they're on their way to Beltane? They're in their sweet barouche box or whatever, and they just put their mask on and don't take it off the entire festival. I bet that there are people who are like that, right? So that's why we see people walking around in just the milling around the normal crowd during daytime.
Yeah.
Wearing their crazy, weird animal masks.
Well, and that to me means that this must be a progressive, kink shame free community, because there's a breadth of masks involved, including. Actually, the snow owl was not the most disturbing. Did you see the lamb that was made out of a sack?
Yes.
The sack lamb? Mm-hmm. That was
scary.
That was scary.
But
and congratulations to the people who enjoy sex with a sack lamb.
Yeah.
Because,
please.
wow.
Have fun.
Congratulations.
I'm turning around. That's all I'm saying. So we see the sack lamb. We saw the rooster was kind of the first one we saw. We saw the snow owl. I saw one that looked like another bird, like a hawk or something.
There was a bunny.
Yeah, there was a rabbit. Yeah. But it's just really cool design, and the way that it was peppered in was very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Trisha and art department. Also, Ned's like, oh, look, it's my friend the Sassenach, my lawyer buddy. What's up? And this is where we get confirmation that Lovett stands accused of the kidnapping and assault of a noblewoman.
Now, when they said that, I was like, that was in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mistress Porter? Can't be right.
No, because if you're a noblewoman, then you have, like, I don't know, gendarmes who are going to come and get you.
Right, somebody's looking for you.
Yeah.
Nobody was looking for her when she got clubbed over the head and dragged back to Leathers. Okay.
Yeah.
And so this is maybe... So Henry saw the letter from Lord Lovett. That was probably his first exposure to the name. He doesn't know anything about his downfall, about Lord Lovett's downfall. He doesn't know anything about that. But now we know that he's got Lord Lovett on the brain. Like, we're this close. She's right there. She's right there, Henry. But anyway, so
yeah.
Now he knows Lord Lovett exists.
Yeah.
But Ned is like, he told you what? Fuck no, man.
Yeah.
Ellen's cool, dude.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
As long as she doesn't blow it here at Beltane.
Today
Oh God.
The fuck fest.
Yeah. It's time for some daytime dancing.
Oh, yes. This was very nice. This is where we decide who is going to be the May Queen. At first, Ellen doesn't really feel very enthusiastic about it. She's like, oh, but I'm not a good dancer. I don't know. And Malcolm Grant is like, nobody's going to touch you. Just get in there.
Yeah.
You're going to win. And of course she wins. But the dancing is super fun. It's like the line dancing, like the real style kind of. And the first moment that we see Ellen really give herself away to the dance, she spins around her partner so she has her back to them, can't see them. And a hand comes around her waist and then the camera pulls back. It's Brian.
I wrote, what in the 2005 Pride and Prejudice is this?
Exactly. Surprise dance moves.
Surprise.
She's surprised, but obviously very pleased. She tries to keep it together, but I gotta say, speaking of loud faces, the minute she sees him, everybody in that tent should have been like, what's she looking at?
Yeah.
She's a little too excited, and she's not looking at Malcolm Grant. But they do the dance. Everybody has fun. Then the second dance is the one where they pick the May Queen, right? Or was the second dance just the more boisterous?
It was, yeah.
Let's get in there.
The second dance was still for maidens only, though.
That's right. Yes, because Jocasta goes over to talk to Murtaugh about it and is like, you're not dancing. And he's like, don't want him. She's like, what? And he said, why aren't you? And she says, well, this one's for maidens only. And he goes, you could be a maiden today. What does he say to her?
Pretend you're a maiden.
Pretend you're a maiden. I won't tell anyone. And then very cutely, Jocasta and Murtaugh get to boogie down.
It was really cute.
Very cute.
It's very cute. After the dance, Murtaugh finds Brian and goes, psst, I saw you dancing with Ellen. Did you talk to her about me?
Oh my God.
And Brian's like, well, there wasn't really a lot of time for talking. It was dancing. It was fast and...
File not found.
Ellen is declared the May Queen, but
Joy.
it means it's time for her to select her May King.
And they set up this sequence that, listeners, have you ever seen the movie History of the World Part 1 by Mel Brooks? There is a sequence in which, if Amelia has never seen it, I'm going to show it to her after we finish recording today. There's a sequence in which Madeline Kahn plays a Roman or Greek empress. I can't remember. But she's picking her lover for the night out of all the guards, and they have them all line up, and they have feather fans in front of their junk. And then from behind, you see their butts, and you see her face walking down the line, and they remove the fans, and she starts pointing and singing like, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no, no. It's like all the way down the aisle of these men, and she ends on a big high, yes, which we can only believe is like a man hung with a salami. But basically, that's what Ellen gets to do here, choosing her May King. So Malcolm Grant steps out right away. Oh, here I am. Ha, it's me. She's not going to pick anyone else. But then Murtaugh can't handle it. And so he gets the balls up to jump out there, and that emboldens some other people to jump out there.
And we briefly thought that Archbug was going to get out there because we saw him glowering in the background. Archbug did not get out there, but wouldn't that have been amazing?
That would have been really funny. And then Brian sees that Murtaugh did it, and he's like, oh, Lord.
Shit.
And he jumps in the line, too. But
And then Murtaugh's like, what are you doing here? That's like, gives him a look like, bro.
And Brian's like, don't worry about it.
That's fine.
But then Ellen does the politic thing and chooses Malcolm Grant because not only is that what everybody expected her to do, it is the safest, like, she's got to keep her cover on, right? So, prom king and queen. Prom king, Malcolm Grant. Prom queen, Ellen McKenzie. No surprises here. And then, is this the walk to the stones where she gets rid of him?
That comes next.
Yeah. So Malcolm and Ellen start walking away, talking to each other, and dude walks by with a whole bunch of the sticks that they're using to build the arches. And Ellen reaches into that little last filer and she goes, "Oh, are you guys still having trouble building those? You're not going to have enough time to get them done by tonight? Malcolm, I want you to go help them."
Yeah, because it's for us. It's our big day, and it would be just horrible.
And Malcolm's a little upset.
Yeah.
He's like,
I suggested games and cakes.
Yeah.
And also, my hands are very clean.
also
Someday you will learn the importance of a man with very
you will.
clean hands.
So she's like, "I would respect a king if he got down and worked amongst his subjects or whatever." Oh God. So he falls for it.
Yeah.
Man, he falls for a lot. And so he goes off to help all the other men finish building all the arches. She's like, "I'm going to go to the fertility right up
So
there."
we have the juicy an abundant first year. Psst. You can maximum of 1 in a year, babe. But
Yeah,
okay.
come on, please don't.
That's
And so she breaks off with Jocasta and they follow the ladies up towards the stone circle. And then Jocasta and Ellen have the best conversation. She's just like, "Why are you doing this? You don't want to do this." And she's like, "Because I need you to cover for my ass. I got to go."
yeah.
So what can we give each other? What can we do for each other to like help each other out here? Because I need you to cover for me. This is what Beltane is all about. I get to go have fun before I have to be married. So what do you want? Yeah. What do you want? And isn't it the necklace that her mom gave her is one thing that, that Jocasta demands, but what was the other thing was that I won't tell on you if you don't tell on me. Right. So, hey, Jocasta, I know you're horny, girl. If you go get some, I'm not going to let your husband with this sweating sickness know that you're a horny bitch. You don't tell anyone that I'm a horny bitch. And I'll give you mom's necklace too. And Jocasta's like grudgingly like, "Okay. The necklace too. Okay."
And then the most amazing thing happens in the soundtrack. We hear one bagpipe go. Let's go, girls.
So Ellen runs off. I don't know. Did she and Brian have a plan?
I don't remember, but
They did meet up.
before we go into this long sequence, something technically happens in between May Queen and Give Me Mom's Necklace. We do see the seer.
Oh, yes, of course.
We go back to Leathers.
The Psychic Friends Network has arrived.
Yes. And she is wearing so much eyeliner.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Which I know historically existed in other parts of the world for
Like
millennia.
charcoal or ash or whatever. She's got a lot on.
But still.
She's looking like Helena Bonham Carter circa 1994.
Yeah.
I have her name. Maisry?
Maisry.
Which sounds a lot like misery. But this is also a woman that maybe has figured out how to support herself or live a certain life. So, game recognized game. Have you ever read the book Hild?
No.
Okay, so it's a book set in the or way earlier than this, like Middle Ages. And it's a woman who figures out how to pay attention to things in nature, and when she talks about them, because she pays attention to them, it makes people think that she's a seer. So that's what I'm saying is Maisry has figured out a way to pay attention to details and parlay that into an independent living of some kind. So she's lying. Obviously, she's making these things up.
A battlefield.
Thorns. Men encased in ropes of thorns. So that is World War I. So interesting.
Interesting. She talks about, I see a girl with dark curls and piercing blue eyes.
Which is funny because there's one standing right next to her. See what I'm saying about seeing details? Although Julia is suffering through that moment because she immediately is like, "Oh, God. I know she's talking about me, but Claire also looks like that."
Yeah.
And then what about the babies?
hold this egg over your stomach and then crack it into
my bowl. Which is a
bowl.
big chalice of water. So it's kind of like a, what's the crystal ball situation. But she's got to drop this egg in there after she rubs it on her belly. And it's a double yolker.
Whoa!
Double yolker. And Lord Lovett is twins. And we're like, time travel.
Time travel, babe. But she sees
He's important.
He's important, and he will lead. And
Something
leader.
about Scotland, something about a leader, something about when an important situation goes down, they will be there. And for Lord Lovett is just like, oh, you mean he's going to be king? Like right away, he decides. That's what he pulls from it. And Maisry's like, sure man. Whatever, man.
Follow your bliss.
Yeah, man. Two yolks, man. King. But so Lord Lovett now truly believes that the baby in Julia's belly is his, because Porter hasn't got it to her yet, his, and going to be a future king. So Julia's just over here going, fucking trapped.
Cool.
Great.
Okay, so that's that. Let's get away from great to, hey, great. Yeah, okay. Brian and Ellen, they meet up. We have to suffer a lot before this part gets good, y'all.
Well, first they're meeting up out on the heather somewhere, out on the vast kind of like highland area, and they do make out, and this is where...
Do you feel my heart beating out of my chest?
Feel mine, it is the same. It's just, come on, whatever. But they do make out, and this is where Murtaugh drunkenly stumbles up, sees it happening, and then has the saddest, maddest face. He's very sad at first, betrayed, hurt. And then he's kind of mad.
Yeah.
And then he just runs away.
Yeah.
He doesn't confront him.
Back to the ale tent.
Yeah. He doesn't confront Brian at all. He's not like, hey, get your hands off my woman who doesn't know me. He just goes to drink his sorrows away.
From a really tiny cup.
Yeah, it is a little cup.
Someone get this man a stein.
Yeah, something larger. He needs more.
Yeah.
And then Ellen and Brian find an abandoned church.
And it's like in ruins. It's giving the Green Knight. Speaking of
Yes.
production design that I fucking loved. It's mossy. There are flowers that's a little bit crumbly. This place has seen many enchantments. It's seen more than that now that you're here. Oh, God.
Bringing me
Please.
back to normal.
God, it's awful.
But then they start getting to it after some fraught dialogue, whatever.
The moon and the stars shine brighter for than this. Okay, actually, Julie, let's do this.
Okay.
I have an acting exercise for
Okay,
us.
we're doing it.
We're going to do our own version of this scene, and we are going to prove that the line saves it. Do you want to be Brian or Ellen?
I don't know. Flip a coin.
Who has coins anymore?
I'll be Brian.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do our own version of the scene, and then I will be the closer.
Okay.
Just give me lay on your worst lines.
I love you so very much that I do not want to threaten your good name. If we don't stop now, I won't be able to stop, and I fear that I will destroy and ruin you.
I regret to inform you that you did that too well.
Oh, sorry, I was acting.
Because the way this scene goes from, we have to, I'm so upset that the light is going away, and but my love for you will fill this moon and the stars and eclipse the things, and it will transcend time and space, and there will be this. Okay, but yeah, then it gets to, I won't be able to stop. You'll be ruined. And then Ellen pauses. File not found in that Rolodex. And instead, ruin me. Which was very hot.
Hot.
It saved
entire scene.
all the brrrr before.
And another thing that saved all the was that they allowed them to fully deal with the clothes of that period.
Yes.
Like they took a really long time because it would take forever to get out of those clothes. And the production team, the direction, the script did not fast forward us to them being half naked or whatever. We had to see the time spent and the struggle to get to flesh touching flesh. And I gotta say, When Brian sees her boobs, it was a little bit too much. Like, is that all you've been waiting to see, brother? Anyway, then they bone down, and it's relatively hot, I have to admit. Mm-hmm. You've got the abandoned church, the mossy ground. Oh, hand fast.
Yes, before they bone down.
Yeah, they gotta coverage. They gotta get some coverage, and they just do a hand fast, just kind of like Brianna and Roger. Mm-hmm.
The citizens' arrest of marriage.
Yeah,
they hand fasted themselves in the company rules. Of themselves.
Yeah, it's no witnesses. We're doing this. We know. And it's like, okay, blood of my blood, bone of my bone. Speaking of my bone, let's get to it. And then they have the hot sex scene. It's pretty hot sex scene, I have to admit. It's been a minute since we've seen something this like luxurious, frankly, in the kind of like boning scenes this season. They're in that beautiful old rundown church, moss all over the ground. We get to see Brian's amazing legs. Mm-hmm. This actor has great legs. I know I have to.
Jamie Roy.
Thank you, Jamie Roy. Jamie Roy, nice thews. Anyway.
Yeah. And like the sheer delight was fun. Like he takes off his shirt and Ellen's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at his chest. It's so broad.
And then but we also see a lot of like face caressing. Mm-hmm. And you know what he uses to caress her face?
His dirty ass hand.
His dirty hand that has like a cut on it. And as I was saying, does his thumb have a cut on it? That thumb goes directly into her mouth.
It's like, oh God.
So just the UTIs abound. And that's, let's just say that's a kind of fire I don't need. Am I right? It's not that. Not
need fire. Don't want fire.
Yeah, they bone in the moss. Yeah, there's like the details here were really fun. Like at part of the historical costuming, like they know how to get to their bits most efficiently. So who cares if like Ellen still has her stockings on? So then we get to, and they still have their shoes on. So we see like her shoes. We see her stockings with like the embroidery around the top. We talk about this a lot on our sister show, Podgerton Bridgecast, a Bridgerton podcast, where we do a lot of screaming about historical corsetry. Gotta hand it to our girl Trish.
She knew what she was doing.
And then it adds so much more fun because, like, you see the prolonged, like, there I say, the release of the stays. Got to untie, lift,
move, twist, turn around, behind. You got to untie that thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And also, okay, this is filthy. I'm saying it. Mm-hmm. So as she was taking off her stays, and like Brian's like right back up there, like kissing her neck, like ready to go. And I had a thought that I can't believe I haven't had before, which is how like singularly erotic it must be if you're like standing in that position to like feel a boner so strong that it can lift up like 20 pounds of wool.
Yeah, that kilt is tinted.
Yeah. Like, wow.
Yeah.
That's just like
whoa, okay. I need to take some deep breaths first, okay?
I just had never thought about like dick strength.
Well, I'm so glad you did today.
Yeah, so congratulations to Ellen.
Yeah, congratulations. And Brian. I will say that there was a moment when they actually started having sex where I thought he was just going to bust a nut right away. And that was very funny. Yeah. I was like, okay, this is cute and lovely, and they are both having a good time. As once again, I will always bring up my perennial bitch about there is no way that she orgasmed in 30 seconds. I'm sorry. I know it's fun and very romantic and they're in love and blah, 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 but she did not, no. Anyway, she did have a good time though. Mm-hmm. Let's just leave it there.
Yes.
So they boned down. Ellen is ruined, but only Ellen and Brian know this right now.
And she makes a point of how, she doesn't get to make a lot of choices in her life. I choose you. No.
Did you think of Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons? I choose you.
No, it's Beltane. It's not Valentine's Day. It's not the Feast of St. Valentine.
But I did think, I choose you. So Ellen is saying, out of everything I've ever gotten to do, which isn't much because my life has been planned out for me, I choose you forever. I choose you. And Brian feels pretty good about that. But we still kind of there's still kind of like this thing. She's got to get married to this other guy. That doesn't go away. Right. So, oh, and she asked him about Lord Lovett.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's like, is he as bad as everyone says he is? And Brian's like, he's worse. Once again, Brian, my brother, why don't you leave? Is he protecting his mother?
Maybe.
I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't have to stay there. What if he just left with his mother? Yeah. She doesn't want to leave, though, because she's into that weird, like, phantom thread situation. You know what I mean? Oh, that's just my theory. Once again, just my theory. But they have a little talk about Lord Lovett and that she chooses him, and it's very lovely.
I'm just imagining the House of Woodcock releases its leathers line. It's just a bunch of, like, really well-tailored, like, leather daddy outfits.
Yes. Well, because this is the first episode where I got to see Brian in a costume that actively looked like Jamie. There was that leather jacket that he put on to travel. And we may have seen it before, but I don't know if I saw a full body shot of him in it. And I was like father, like son. He's always wearing a leather duster or leather coat or whatever. So I was like, that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ellen and Brian are in love.
Love. Well, now they need to spend about 76 minutes putting all their clothes back on, all the little buttons.
Yeah, we don't see that part.
Yeah, because Brian found one little button.
You know what I mean?
But so what's going to happen in the meantime? Okay, how about Murtaugh? Where is Murtaugh?
Murtaugh is drinking his sorrows away back at the Beltane Festival. He's just getting straight up hammered, like in an ugly way.
Yeah.
It's not good. And then
I can fix him.
I can fix him. Out of nowhere, Archbug appears. What he's a little bit like Jocasta in this episode in that he's just popping up. He shows up and he's like, "Hey, saw the way you looked at Ellen. That's Malcolm Grant's woman." And then he just straight up beats the shit out of Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Like not in a like a one punch leave her alone, more like in a 10 punch make him bleed out of his mouth, leave her alone.
Yeah.
So once again, we're kind of reminded that the Grants are not nice in matters of control and power. And so Archbug beats Murtaugh's ass and Murtaugh stumbles away. He's so sad. Oh my God.
Just put some more cold ale on it, buddy. Cold ale. LOL, it's warm. It's warm ale,
yeah, that shit's like room temp.
Yeah. Well, let's get the temperature in another room, shall we, Julie?
Yeah.
Back at Leathers.
Oh, God.
Lord Lovett. Celebrating his future.
King, baby.
My lord, the king's father, shit. Davina comes in.
Davina Porter. Mistress Porter.
Mistress Porter.
What is your game, bitch? She comes in and she's like, I need to tell you something. That's not your baby.
And you notice that Maisry never referred to the child as yours. It was always just the baby.
And at first, Lord Lovett is like not really listening to her, but then he gets more and more into it. And he does this thing where he reaches out and grabs her neck, but not in like a choke way, but he puts his thumb. Did you see that? Where he like pressed his thumb into her like jugular area. And I was like, oh God, this guy sucks so hard. But he basically is like, oh, you think that, huh? You think that? Well, that's fine. Why don't you just take care of Julia and that baby? Do your best. I believe in you. I trust you. And don't ever fucking open your mouth about this ever again.
Or I will have my goon kill you.
Yeah.
Last thing you'll see is his dirk across your throat.
Right. So I don't think that Mistress Porter was expecting this result.
Yeah.
However, she didn't seem all that surprised. What is her game, man?
And like at first we were watching this, when he was absorbing the information, we didn't quite know how he was taking it, and then he says, "You're in charge of Julia, like take good care of her." And part of me was like, take good care of her, wink wink. See to her every need, such as
poisonous plants of some kind. I don't know. You know that.
Yeah, it'd be awful if there was no oxygen in her chamber. Like what's but I don't think that's what he meant.
No.
So then like what's
I think he believes that in Julia's body is the future king of Scotland, and it's going to be his. He's going to get to claim that it's his kid, regardless of whether or not it is. I think he doesn't care if it's not his, because it will appear to be his. And he's thinking about that king thing and not thinking about anything else. So Mistress Porter overplayed her hand, I believe. But she doesn't. The thing about it is she doesn't seem Weirdly, she just doesn't seem all that scared or upset at the end of that scene. I don't know.
I don't know.
Something's going on there. Whatever. It's very Wuthering Heights. Amelia finished that book this week.
I sent Julie a photo of my face after I finished it. And just mouth agape, no teeth visible in my head. Like
no spoilers.
All my teeth fell out. Mouth agape.
If you've never listeners and readers, I know you're all both. If you've never read Wuthering Heights, please do. Please do. It's very good. Anyway, so Mistress Porter tried to play her hand. It did not work. So now she's got to help take care of this pregnant lady. And Julie is just trapped once again. Mm-hmm. We
have a little moment with Ned and Henry. Night has fallen, but it's not quite fire festival time. Yeah. Ned and Henry
what is it? Craft singles on white bread time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ned and Henry are digging into their craft singles on white bread. And Henry is sad. He'd hope that it's so close to the stones. There's so many clans. Like maybe my one special Capricorn parallel parking Sudoku genius woman would be here. And Ned tells Henry that he knows how he feels because many years ago when he was in Edinburgh, he met the love of his life, and they were parted, and he will never love like that again. And he describes it using absolutely no gendered language.
Yes.
And so then in my notes, and I think this is telling, call me Maisry the Seer, but I think there is some symbolism going on here. I tried to draw like the emoji pair of eyes going like, what? Whoa. But then I was looking at them and they just kind of looked like titties. And I think to me that sums up the grand mystery of Ned's sexuality. And you know what? That is his business. But also I just want to see Ned
be happy.
I want to see him be happy. And I want to actually see how that character would bone down. Please.
Yes. Yeah.
Please.
Will we at least get to see him make a move on somebody in the kitty hoose?
It's my Beltane wish.
Yeah. Come on. But there's the actor, God, I always forget his name.
Colin
McNeil.
Connor McNeil.
I'm so sorry. I just need to put some respect on that name. He has a great moment where he tells Henry, you're either going to keep thinking about it forever and torture yourself, or you're going to move on. I chose the latter, and here I am, and I'm happy. And Henry's like, no. I choose the former because I will find her. And then he says something that makes Ned sad. What does he say? It's like, do you ever think about her, or does it ever bother you, or like whatever? And there's this moment of Ned's face just kind of like collapsing in on itself just for a hot second. And it's so good because he still thinks about that person.
Yeah.
And it's sad. But yeah, so we learned a little bit about Ned's backstory and also that Henry is a stubborn motherfucker.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Malcolm and Ellen before the ceremony.
Oh, yeah. So Ellen is in her tent. By the way, glamping.
Seriously.
Everybody has these amazing tents. And I'm like, who's setting up all the tents for these people? Whatever. Workers from their clan, I guess. But Ellen's in there with some other gals getting dressed and getting ready for her May Queen thing. And this is that dress that we saw at the beginning of the episode. It is just beautiful work. Incredible. She looks amazing. Mm-hmm. It's true. And these two women are kind of helping her place stuff. And then no, it's not that dress. She's just putting her regular clothes back on. That's right. Remember?
But she couldn't have gotten back to the festival without all of her stuff on.
No, it was on, but they were shifting her. It wasn't the May Day Queen dress.
Right.
Yeah, it was just her normal clothes, but I think that they were helping her adjust things to make it look normal.
I thought they were getting ready to take it off. Oh, interesting.
Maybe they were. No,
I like your read. Your read is more fun.
Because it seemed like it was kind of a giggly situation, but I might be kind of making that up. Anyway, but she's not in the May Day Queen dress yet. Sorry. Malcolm shows up and Ellen's like, bitches leave and the gals leave so that Malcolm can have a moment alone with her. And he gives her what looks like is that one of the things that you thread the kilt through or something? Looks like,
yeah.
Like a clasp of some kind?
Made out of some kind of bone? Or...
It might be bone, but it's very delicate and small. And we find out that he made that shit after the first time he met her when they were kids. And Malcolm... Sorry for what's about to happen to you, bro.
Malcolm Grant, more like Malcolm Gladwell, because we can now disprove that 10,000 hours means you're going to succeed at something.
So Malcolm seems like, frankly, a pretty good dude.
Yeah, I feel bad.
I feel bad for him, but we know what's going to happen. We know it's going to be Ellen and Brian, but I feel bad. I don't know. We do think that it's going to end up being that the Grants give away the ugly daughter to Colum, right? Or to Dougal. But whatever. So poor Malcolm is still feeling really great. He's about to marry the hottest prom queen, hottest cheerleader. He gives her a little bone.
Gives her a little bone.
Just a little bone. What do you call those things? Pin? I don't know. But she's actually very touched.
Yeah.
But then we got to get on with this ceremony.
Well, before we get on to the ceremony, where's Murtaugh? He's in a dark, less glamorous tent by far.
You're right.
Screaming, blind drunk, just absolutely pump this man's stomach. I'm sorry that I gave him a stein. I enabled this behavior. And Jocasta
Pops up. Hi.
Hi.
It's me, Jocasta.
Hi, don't tell me that's boar blood, because I can tell it's coming out of your face. Your face.
Your face.
Let me help your face. Let me mop up the blood from your lip. Where does it hurt?
Anything I can do?
Can I make it feel better? Oh, wow, your hand is on my knee. I wouldn't know that, though, because you're so caked in dirt that it just falls into the shadows.
God, his hands are
It's the dirtiest hand I've ever seen.
They are so dirty. It's like, I can't imagine.
Like, my apologies to Brian for slandering his hands earlier.
They were dirty, but not like this. It's literally like crawling with fecal matter or something. It just looks disgusting. Just think about how nasty it must have been to live during that time. I guess you would have been used to it, right? Because you didn't know any different. But fuck it, or did UTIs just not happen back then?
They had to have happened, but also they could be deadly. So like,
yeah, maybe they just died. Sometimes I wish I died when I had a UTI. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Murtaugh's disgusting hand makes it out with Jocasta a little bit. They start getting ready to bone down. They start kissing. It's very lovely.
It's fun. I celebrate it.
It's great. She gets him to sit down. She takes care of him. It's very tender. And then they start kissing. And then he says, Ellen.
And this just cuts Jocasta to the quick.
Mm-hmm.
Also because Murtaugh was saying, like, I want someone to want me, which is, of course, also what Jocasta wants, even though Murtaugh doesn't know it. But then, yeah, he doesn't want you.
He wants someone else. Like, hypocrite. You did it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
See, look within.
Basically, everybody's having heightened emotions at the festival.
Yeah, the festival's bringing out the drama.
The drama.
Mm-hmm. So he calls her Ellen. She leaves the tent.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of gathers herself and moves on. Poor Jocasta. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like it makes me think about because everyone on the show is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me think of what's that? I don't know. Is it One Direction? I wouldn't fucking know about you're beautiful and you don't know you're beautiful and that's what makes you beautiful. Thing, which I hate because then it means that beauty is that you're not supposed to perceive your own hotness. I just want Jocasta to perceive her own hotness.
Yes.
Okay? Don't
perceive it now while you can.
Don't One Direction yourself here, babe. Go.
The casting here is really great too, and this is the actor that has the Celtic name.
Oh yeah,
that I'm never really sure.
Oh, it's it's Sive.
Sive?
Mm-hmm. 5. Somebody someone on one of their Patreon posts told us, and I don't have it in front of me, and so I cannot credit you, but you know who you are, and I salute you. Let's also salute the casting department.
Again.
Simone Hind and Suzanne Smith.
Y'all are killing it.
Simone, Suzanne.
You're the best thing about this show?
We would die for you.
Yeah. Let me pull up the cast list so I can say her name. The actress playing Jocasta is named
Sive Malin.
You are very good at your job. Thank you very much.
So good.
And it's once again casting department. How did you find somebody that looked like Maria Doyle Kennedy 30 years ago? It's really insane.
It is
excellent work.
Unreal.
On all sides. Okay, so now's the
Party time.
Party time. Excellent.
Woo.
So is Needfire. Psst, psst, psst. So those arches that they built kind of around the area, I think there's some of them you go through a path of them and there'll be like 3 over the path. And then there's the big one for the festival part. But they've built at least 5, maybe more of these wooded arches that they then set fire to the interior of. And it is very beautiful.
Extremely cool.
Yeah, it does look really cool. And we get to see, I'm sorry, I did not think that this was enough of it. A little bit of the dancing and the stuff that was happening there with all the people in the masks and things. Just not enough.
It was like, honestly, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You couldn't have given us 7 more seconds?
Yeah, I wanted to see more detail about the movements, the costumes, the masks. I just wanted a little bit more. But here we know that this is a pagan rite. Like you can feel this pagan leaking off of it everywhere. And then this is when is she joined by her king or does she just walk up alone? She walks up alone.
No, they walked down the aisle
together. Okay, so out comes Ellen and Malcolm in their finery. Ellen looking incredible.
Hot.
And Malcolm looks really good too. He's wearing this really beautiful dark green, like speaking of Green Man, like kind of this green velvet doublet kind of situation with big sleeves. And then he's got this incredible crown made of antlers. It's so cool.
And there's like almost like, it's not a sash because it doesn't go across his chest, but like, what is a sash if it just kind of hangs over your shoulder like a big ass epaulette? Whatever that is. He's got greenery on that shoulder and it's so cool.
Yeah, like actual living plant, which is fun. And he and Ellen go take their place of prominence.
And all the people watch them go down the aisle with when you can see their eyes when they're not wearing a scary snow owl mask or when they're not me in disguise as an apple. You see like we see Murtaugh sad. We see Jocasta sad. Look at Murtaugh, who is sad, and then we see his eyes follow Ellen down the aisle, and there is nobody home behind those eyes. Knock, knock. Nobody's there. How are you standing up? It's both anguish and unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Great job.
Rory Alexander.
Thank you. It's like, to me, that's a love that I dare not speak his name because I'm just so horny for this actor. Then we see Brian
looking at her. And then do we see Murtaugh see Brian looking at her? Because he did see them making out.
He did see them making out.
We have to know that he knows by now. Not, no thanks to Brian.
Yeah.
God, why didn't he tell him?
What a dum-dum.
Yeah. So Ellen and Malcolm, prom king and queen, make their way up into the big ceremonial area. And then there's a speech, and then he kisses her, and you can tell she doesn't want to kiss him. And so can he. I think he can feel it. And that's not great.
Yeah. Or he's going to have to tell himself, like, oh, she's just such a pious, virtuous maiden that being kissed is something she's not accustomed to.
He knows that's not it.
Know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she pulled away from him a little bit and then let it happen, and it was very obvious.
Yeah.
So, well, it wasn't as obvious as like being like, ew, no! But her body language was very resistant to him kissing her.
This is accompanied by a voiceover, of course.
Julia writing a letter to Henry.
Yeah, Henry.
Talking about how much she loves him. And maybe if we never see each other again, please know I'm faithful. And I honor you. And I hope that we'll see each other again.
And I will burn for you forever.
Needfire. All right. All in all, a pretty good one.
Yeah, honestly, like the amount of hot pass in this episode, I think, and I hope I said this on the pod and not just like adjacent to the pod or on like a live watch, but like I've been hoping for an episode that I liked so much that it would counterbalance how pissed I was in episode 2. And I'm going to say, I'm going to call it even. I would still have liked more dancing, like pagan dancing. Oh, and of course, Mrs. Graham's Dick Rock dancers.
Yeah, we didn't
lead
really
the procession.
Oh, that's right. And it was beautiful. We talked about how did they make those lanterns. Once again, prop design, incredible. But here's to Mrs. Graham and her Dick Rock dancers. Good to see you again, gals. But yeah, I agree. I wanted a lot more. So the peppering in at the very beginning of everyone's arrival, the peppering in of the people with the masks was so well done because it was leading you to, it was like a little enticement, like this is where people get freaky, right? Or like,
yeah.
But then we didn't really The freaky part was not long enough, not freaky enough. I needed to see a little bit more of the actual ritual, but it was still cool. Mm-hmm. Also, hot boning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Costumes, incredible. Yeah. So this episode gets the thumbs up from me.
And my thumbs will stay up longer than the mountains and the trees. These thumbs will never be filled by... Okay, bye!
Bye! That was amazing.
So,
Words escape me.
yeah, excellent. Excellent is the only word that I can think of. Anyway, thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. We would like to hand you each an award for excellence in listening to our bullshit.
You all very much deserve it.
Yes. But yeah, thank you for listening. You can find more information on this and the rest of our shows at podlanderpresents.com. You can also find us on Instagram at PodlanderCast, at PodlanderPresents, and at other various Instagram handles for our other various shows. Our Instagram and website are wrangled by Amelia Ham on the Loose Baaaaalll.
Woohoo!
That's me. All Podlander Presents programming is produced by Allison Shoemaker and Julie Starbird. Our editor is Chris Barrett.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Oh my God, seriously, thank you, Chris. Our artwork is by Viv Pickles, aka Laura, and we are, as always, eternally grateful to our drunk Slack moderators, particularly Moderator-in-Chief Jenna Bukowski. You can support the show by going to patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast, where you can find all kinds of cool stuff, including access to our Slack, our mostly kind of sort of weekly live watches, early access to episodes, some bonus content, and other fun things. Again, that is patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast. You can also support us by leaving a review wherever it is that you get your podcasts. Wherever, just give us a little review, and we will be so grateful to you. And in addition to all of those wonderful people who do all of those wonderful things, we want to especially thank the following just absolute stacked roster of lovely folks who support us on Patreon.
Okay, so I don't really read the name list, so bear with me, but we're getting into it, okay? We want to thank all of you, but very specifically, we want to thank Bonnie, not a prince or a douche, just my name. Jessica Brewer, Kristen Bennett, Susan S., Gwendolyn Wind, Evietta Chapman, Copper 29 Dragons, Nicole Koenig, Mariana Morris, Ginka Soja, Susan Springer, Cindy Elliott, Jay Deich, Andrea, Catherine Bullard, Vanessa, Rebecca's Gift, Amanda Chappell, Kristen Z, Melissa Mendez, Leslie Jamie, Jennifer, Tara Ross, Victoria Pegg, Aditi Joshi Parker, Laura Coach Mama LT, Tracy Stewart, Amy Allison, Brenda, Shane Vaughn, Aaron, Diana Sprague, Ashley LaHue, Doc JWS, Karen Shane, Elisa Kerkowski, Tanya Rick Stair, Amanda Miller, Megan Rich, Kate Snipes, Ann Romeo, Naomi Beckman Strauss, Sydney Taylor, Alyssa McGuire, Laura Mahoney, Ashley Winteroth, Midnight Burger, Anna N., Dakota Girl, Margot Mansfield, Snazzy Knack, Lisa Brian, Julia Gulia, Kathleen Martini, Jesse Massey, Taryn, Kelsey Kemp, Emily Day, Caitlin Reddick, Katie in Kilts, Molly, Maria DeVito, Rachel Akbar, Kristen and Emerson, hi Emerson, Larissa Malmstat, Freckled Fury, Laura Calm, Amelia Bazell, Ham on the Loose, Patrick, Liz Peniston, Danny Bryant, Lindsay, Caitlin Rose, Megan Matthey, Denise Perkins, Monica, Lori Johnson, Sarah McKelvain? McKelvain. I'm going with that. Brittany Hulbert, Amy Gustafson, Rachel Townsend, Meredith Kersey, Amber, Liz, Kelly Mazzella, Chantel Salters, Mary the Falling Statue, Karen J. Young, Philip Nako, Tara Lucchino, Viv Pickles, Mary of the Grapefruit, Jean Kiesler, Christy, Jenna Polkowski, Scotty Caldwell, Ann Gibson, Kristen Flannery, Katie G, Tori Bryan, and Kiki the Wise. Thank you all so much. We're just going to keep doing it, so keep listening, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.